Hi, everybody. Today we have a very special guest with us. So we have Michelle Moore of MJ's Off the Hook Designs. And we just released a kit with her called the Diamond Drift Cardigan. Right, Diamond Drift Cardigan, which Michelle is wearing. I don't know if you can see.
My hair. Well, like I stood up because, this is the star of the show.
That is the star of the show. Those pretty mosaic.
Yeah, the mosaic. Here we go. Trying to get into the camera.
I know that mosaic can seem like one. Let's just jump right in. I know mosaic can seem like one of those things that could be intimidating, but Michelle has videos for all of her designs. So if you are watching and were a little hesitant to try mosaic, I definitely recommend. Michelle's a great teacher. So any patterns you get from her, you're going to learn very well how to make the designs. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your inspiration for the design?
So it kind of spun off. I did another mosaic blanket design, which was the glistening glacier Afghan. And I was just obsessed with that mosaic pattern. And I felt like, so the diamond in it, I changed the pattern. I made it a little different, but I just was obsessed with that mosaic chart that I had done. And I knew I needed to put it into a garment. And so I shifted it around, changed it. And I don't know, I just love kind of that diamond and this just, I don't know. I love the pattern and I wanted to see if I could put it into a garment and also make the garment so that there was no seam. So if you can tell, like when I stand up, there's no side seam. Like I just wanted it to be like that seamless look, that there was no disruption in that beautiful mosaic pattern. And as you said, mosaic seems really intimidating, but it's not as bad as it appears. So you can do this like really cool, intricate design, and it's not as scary as you think it is. It is, I would say, out of mosaic patterns, it does require a little more tracking. Like it is a large repeat pattern. And that's why I've broken it into split sizing, because I wanted the repeat to be perfect with each size. So I don't know, it is a harder mosaic pattern, but it's still very doable. It's the no tails technique. So it's the inset mosaic. So you don't have any tails at all, which is
so lovely.
I mean, overlay, you get those tails at the end that you can hide, and there's different techniques for that. But the inset is amazing because there's no tails, no carrying yarn. I don't like carrying yarn. I don't like doing it. If I can find a way to crochet something that is simple and beautiful, that's what I'm going for. So
well, you and I have the same philosophy on that, of just making it simple, and it's gorgeous. So I absolutely love it. The colors you picked are perfect. Pam put our colors together for us. So we have a kit on the site where you can get the pattern and all the yarn you need for the pattern. You also get, we have an exclusive hook that we did with this kit. The only way you can get this hook is with Michelle's kit, and it's fitting because it's like diamondy.
It is beautiful. This glitter, it's absolutely stunning. I'm obsessed with it. I just got mine and I'm so happy. And I got all the colors here too, showing you guys the color combinations. Furls put together some beautiful options. And I just have to say the color theory yarn is
gorgeous. All the colors are gorgeous.
The colors are so beautiful and modern. And this yarn is so soft. It is, yeah, it's amazing. I was so happy to work with it. And the cardigan is, it's a lighter worsted weight. So even though it's a worsted, you're not going to find that it's as heavy as a typical worsted weight yarn.
Yes, nice light. It's just kind of like a little bit more than like a DK would be, but
yeah. And it's so like, it's got like a buttery.
It's a very interesting texture yarn.
Yeah.
I've only used, I was telling Michelle before we went live, I've only used it once to make something with, but I really love it. So I'm going to go through the colors. I have to look at my cheat sheet, so I'm not going to look at the screen. But just so that you know, we try to be very, can't think of the word, but we made the kit. It's the same cost for all sizes. So it doesn't matter if you we're an extra small or 5X, we did the kit is it go up to 4X?
Goes up to 5X. Yeah,
it goes all the way up. So we made sure that no matter what size you wore, it's the same price. So it's $116 for the kit. You get the pattern, of course, which has charts in it for the mosaic and links to Michelle's videos. And then we did 5 palettes.
So written chart as well. So all the sizes. I mean, writing out mosaic charts is a beast. When the tech editor looked at it, she's like, kudos to you, Michelle, for writing it all out because it is
a lot. I checked out the pattern. It's very detailed.
It's very detailed, but I want you to have both options because some people do not like tracking on the chart and they want that written pattern. So you get the written as well as the chart if you prefer to follow the chart. And I've given you a swatch chart. I've given you like repeat, like I've just been as detailed as possible to help you through this pattern and with the video step by step. So yeah, because I want to make sure you learn this. I want you to learn it. I want you to love mosaic crochet. So
I think you will have a lot of people converts if they're not already doing it. So I'm going to go through the colors. As I said, there are 5 palettes to choose from. So we have Stonewash and Satellite, which this is a beautiful blue, very like dusty, pretty blue. All the colors we did one neutral with
color.
I think a different color. So we have the bee pollen and the ivory that are paired together.
And I have those as well.
I love a good mustard.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's a gorgeous yellow. It may be hard to tell like on the screen. I think it's coming out a little brighter than it actually is. It's a beautiful mustard yellow. I love this.
It is coming through brighter on yours. I don't know. I think my lighting's a little bit
it looks like a little darker. Bit of mustard on it. Yeah.
We did the caper and the moonbeam. So that looks really beautiful together.
Yes.
And
super green. Oh, I love these colors too. I want to make them all. I want to do them all in all the colors.
I know. I really like it. The Cannon Ivory, and Michelle was saying that her daughter is going to be making one in this color combination.
Yes. It's going to be gorgeous. And it reverses. So the cream will be the ribbing and the body will be what was the color called again?
This one?
Canyon. Yes.
And then the one Michelle did, which was the tourmaline and why can't I find the color name? Moonbeam, right?
Moonbeam, yeah. Yeah, so this is the color I'm wearing. Yeah.
That sage is so pretty.
Yeah, this is like one of my colors. I use this color, I think, all the time in everything. In my braiding colors and everything.
This pattern has been something that kind of color that I've been using a lot lately.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. This is my daughter's color, so it will look amazing on her. So I want to she loves mosaic. And Emma, my daughter's a beginner, and she caught onto mosaic like really, really quickly. So this is where I say like even like she only had very basic crochet skills. She's only 21, so she caught on to it like very quickly. And she's like, Mom, do you have any more mosaic patterns for me to do? Like she actually wants to do the mosaic.
I know. I wish I had more time to crochet. So as I said, you get the yarn. So you get the 2 colors and you get enough to make your design and you get the hook. And then you also get your choice of 2 different totes. So we have the Life is Short, Use Pretty Tools. And then our new tote that we have, our Orbit tote.
Whoops.
I love these totes too. They're
so nice. Yeah, you always need a project bag to store your projects in because I know that you guys all have several on the go.
Never. I don't even crochet like I used to. And I was telling Pam I made 2 things this weekend. And, you know, of course, they both need a little bit of finishing touches. And I just started a new one because they'll just sit there with ends not woven in for 6 months before I finally get to them.
I know I'm always starting something new, but I have to, as a designer, I have to force myself to finish it. And
I know.
You know,
I don't have to do it anymore. Some people are asking about the pattern only. So the pattern will be available to purchase separately in 30 days from the day we release it. So like 28 days. So in a few weeks, the pattern itself will be available. Right now, it's only available as part of the kit. Susan said, wow, another beautiful cardigan. And yes, Michelle has lovely cardigans. I love everything you make. So
Oh, thank you.
I'm often jealous that you have the time.
This one is
that you
cozy. I am super, like, I just pulled it. I just got it back because Furls had it and they sent it back. And I put it on and I'm like, oh my goodness, I love this cardigan.
I know. I was going to say, Pam, just send it to me. Michelle can make a new one. It's fine. Just send it over.
And so how the sizes go as well, like I'm wearing the medium large, so it is big and oversized on me. I could probably wear the extra small, but it would be more like a little bit more fitted. So depending on how you like your fit, you can you have a little bit of flexibility. So you could size down or size up depending on, I think, where
how you like your fit.
But like I really wanted it big and oversized, especially, you know, we're coming into our winter now. It's cold. It's, you know, I'm looking forward to this cozying up in something nice and oversized and big and cuddly.
It's perfect for that. So we talked a little bit about the mosaic, but we can go over maybe some tricks for people who are getting started. And one of our viewers said she laminates her chart. She made the blanket and then used the big sticky note to keep her on track. And that is a great tip, because you can even put it in one of those sleeves and get like a marker and write over it, a dry erase marker.
I know. I like to have like rulers and stuff. So when I'm working on them, I like to kind of get, and this is why sort of how I did the repeat charts in this pattern, because I wanted to kind of like show you at the bigger swatch of it, but then also section it so it was easier to track. So I use my ruler and I just kind of like, because I like following the chart myself. I don't like going through the written pattern. So I just, and Emma, she would like to was tick off as she went through it. But I would use rulers and just make sure that I like section, because my memory just isn't like, I can remember so many and then I can't remember.
Oh, Michelle, we're getting old, Michelle. I swear I used to make fun of my mother because she couldn't remember things. I'm like, how do you not remember things?
I know.
You'll get it one day. And
no, you will get it. Yeah, I can only do so many stitches that I can remember, and then I'm like, I've got to look again at the chart. So,
but
off so you don't get confused, because I know what happens with mosaic. You just get off one stitch, and then
it sets the whole thing off, right?
Yeah.
But part of it is, though, I guess in some ways it's not terrible because you can usually catch it pretty quick.
You can like this look right. And also, I just want to mention too, within my community group, if you're ever having any issues, my community group is awesome. It's there for pattern support. So if you're having struggles, everyone's willing to jump in there and give you their tips. Because I've done a lot of mosaic patterns now already. This is kind of how the group works. If someone's having an issue and they don't see where they're off track, people are just amazing. They'll like, you know, enlarge it and they're like, oh, I see you've gone off track. Like here, you need to go back. You need to pull out to this row. And
I'm actually going to link your group right here in the chat. It really is. I've been seeing a lot of comments about the cardigan, and her group is very, very helpful. So it's MJ's Off the Hook Community. So I've linked it here. So, but if you want to just Google or look that up on Facebook, you can find it there. But yes, it's a very active group and very good for pattern support.
Yeah.
You have any other little secrets to doing the mosaic?
Little secrets. Mainly like tracking is good. Like I say, if you need to go through the written pattern, that's absolutely okay too. When you're coming back, and I give you lots of tips and tricks within the video, but with inset mosaic crochet, you're coming back against the other row. So it's like you're going across and then you're coming back, you're reverse. And you can speed that row up a little bit because you can kind of notice. And I tell you this in the video, you don't necessarily need to track that row, which is what speeds up the process. So you can kind of see where you need to do your chain and you can whip across it like much quicker, which it's sort of like when you're doing mosaic crochet and you have to track, it can feel very like overwhelming, like slow, but when you can whip back again across the other row,
going back the other way, cut some time out there.
It makes it feel like, oh wow, this is awesome. So also, I guess just even with this pattern, I want to mention that the construction is actually super, super simple. So how this one is worked, I can kind of like the pattern shows you sort of how it works, but you're working your back and your fronts all at the same time. So think of a literal big rectangle. That's what you're making. You're just having slits where your arms are, and then you fold it. Okay, so you're just seaming the shoulders, and then you just take those armholes now where you had the slits and you join on and make your sleeves. So you're not actually doing any seaming other than your shoulders.
Yeah. So it is a very easy construction. So even if the mosaic part is a little daunting, as we said, Michelle really gives really good instruction, and the pattern is very detailed. It's definitely the kind of pattern you want to follow if you are doing mosaic for the very first time. And the construction is very easy. So that's one of your specialties, Michelle, is you make things as easy to construct as possible. So I definitely recommend.
Yeah, and then you just do your ribbing. So it's a fun construction. It's going to be fun to try if you've never tried a construction like that before, because this is actually my first time doing the construction that way. But I'm so glad, because I was like, I am not putting a seam down this mosaic. Like, I'm not doing it.
I love doing a mix of the different types of construction. It's amazing how many different ways there are to construct a garment.
It is. There's so many different ways. And
I remember when I was first learning, and it was kind of fun to try to figure out, how do I make this happen? But
yeah, what way should I do it? What's the best way for this pattern? Another option I could have done for this design would have been top down, and that would have given it that seamless as well. But this was fun. I wanted to do it. I hadn't done it before, and I was like, we're going with it.
It's definitely, they each have their own different, give a little bit of a slightly different look, but I think that construction is perfect for that design. And it looks much more complicated than it really is. So it's definitely a showstopper if you want to give it a showstopper, right?
When they see it. I can't wait to start wearing it out now that I have it.
There's no place someone's going to go who someone's not going to say, I love your sweater. We should take a poll. How many times do you hear, I love that sweater when you wear it?
I love that sweater. Yeah, exactly. So
Sunita, I believe, asked if she buys 2 kits, does she get 2 hooks and bags? And yes, you don't have to do two separate purchases. If you purchase 2 kits, you will get everything with both kits. And again, it's all the yarn you need for the pattern, the tote, and this gorgeous. I love this. Mine just came in the mail Thursday, but I didn't open it till today. But I love this hook.
I love the glitter hooks, but then
my cat loves it too.
Yeah,
you love it too, Jinx?
I love a little sparkle and a little glitter.
I was saying to Michelle too before we joined that my cat only wants to come sit on my lap when I'm talking to somebody on the computer.
I'm shocked. And Nancy said, I'm shocked. I'm not, because when I was trying to get ready, my cat was mauling me, and she's very demanding. Like, she'll just, like, if I'm trying to touch my mouse, she will nibble on my hand. She's a nibbler.
That's my other cat who's hiding. She'll bite when she wants attention.
Yeah. Taffy does that all the time. Where one of my other cats, she's like, she doesn't want to be picked up and held, but she will just demand that, like, I keep petting her, but she never bites. She's more a biscuit maker. Like, she likes to make her biscuits on me, and she's a great back massager.
It's funny how they have their very unique personalities.
I know. It's so fun. So luckily Taffy, her spot in the house, they all have their spot, right? Her spot is over on my chaise lounger. And
she's smart.
That's where she sleeps all day, and until she wants attention, and then I'm not allowed to do anything but give her pets and her loves. And
I know, it's so funny. This one's like drooling. She's so happy with her hugs.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the other comments here. If anyone has any questions specifically about the pattern, is a great time to ask while we have Michelle here. Hal says the video tutorials are amazing, and they always are. As I said, Michelle really puts a lot of time and work into each of her designs. So they are definitely great designs to follow. Is it hard to make a kid's version? I guess it depends on
it's the stitch repeat
size,
yeah, you would have to, it would be complicated, so to speak. The pattern, because of the repeat pattern of mosaic, you would have to
rewrite the entire. It's not one of those that you could easily scale at home.
Yeah.
And then Lindsay says MJ's techniques make me feel a bit more optimistic that I can do mosaic. So
that's awesome. Yes, you can do it. I'm like I say, if my daughter can pick it up and she can do it, she helped make some of the mosaic part of this one that I'm wearing, because she's sort of my assistant. I start things, she takes over now, she helps. It's amazing that she's able to work with me now and that I have that help so I can design more and get more out.
Very lucky. My oldest is 24. He's not into crochet, but my daughter is 12 now, and I'm really hoping that I can get her into it.
I know.
So
my
happy
other
birthday.
daughter's 12, and I'm hoping she gets into it too. I'm like, I need somebody else helping.
Just keep raising them up.
Yeah, I just keep raising them.
Stash says this kit was an amazing deal, and it was her birthday wish gift. So happy birthday to you.
Oh, amazing. Oh, you're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. I know. I can guarantee you're going to love it when you're done with it. So easy.
Bernie asked if you have any tips for a lefty maker. She has to think backwards.
This actual pattern works perfectly because the chart, it's symmetrical. So whether you start, this is actually a very good design for left-handed. And always a tip that I know my video isn't inverted, but just put a mirror up to the video and it will.
I think there's probably things. Is there things to invert the video when you play it? There's got to be something out there to do it.
I know you can use a mirror, but because this chart is symmetrical, it won't matter either way.
Yep.
It's the construction itself.
And when she's going back, her quick way will just be going right instead of going left.
Yeah. And the
no tails, almost no seaming. Dream pattern.
Yeah, that's kind of what I like, honestly. It's not that I don't ever do patterns where it requires those things, but when I do one that doesn't, it makes me very happy.
So much easier for people to pick up. Let's see. You do get all sizes included in the pattern download. So if you get the pattern, you get all the sizes. So if you want to just buy more yarn and make the pattern again and again, the pattern has all the sizes that you need to make extra small through 5X.
Mm-hmm.
Furls, I'm one of her favorite designers. So definitely, if you haven't done any of Michelle's patterns, this is definitely a great one to start with. Let's see. So many comments. Oh, it just jumps.
I can't see any of them. I can't see any of them, guys, so I can't.
I know.
That's okay. That's okay.
Pam's mom is watching. Hi, Mom. Pam's mom has adopted me as well. So that's my mama too. Back to cats. Tammy has the same cat. Yeah, doesn't want to be picked up. Well, one of them won't let me pick her up at all. She'll start to climb in my lap because she wants to be a lap cat, but she can't do it. She stays there for 30 seconds and then jumps somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
Susan says she's not familiar with the yarn. It is a worsted weight yarn, but it is a very light worsted weight. Mm-hmm. So Michelle does put some substitutions recommendations in the pattern. So if you when the pattern itself is available, there are some recommendations in there for other weight yarns. Mm-hmm. But there is a great resource called Yarn Sub. So it's just yarnsub.com. And if you put it has almost all the yarns. If you put the yarn you're working with, it will give you some examples of good substitutions that you can use. And yes, so it is the same as it was this pattern that it was, right?
Similar, but it's a little bit different because just how the Glistening Glacier worked as a blanket, like I altered the diamond. Maybe I can stand up. I altered the diamond because I wanted it to be a full diamond, whereas the Glistening Glacier just continued in this sort of pattern down here. And so I altered it to kind of give it that full diamond effect.
That's my favorite part of it, that it's this repeat, and at the top, it doesn't just stop. It's got like something different. It's definitely my favorite part of this design.
Yeah.
The little diamond is on top.
It is similar, but it's kind of like a spin-off of it. I wanted to like make a full diamond and kind of give it that something. I played around with that chart. Oh, I was like, how am I going to do this? I need to get this cool. I'd originally debated whether to bring some more mosaic up higher, but I ended up just going with that simplicity of it down around the bottom. Not to overcomplicate things for you guys and just,
It's nice though. It has just the bottom has that really beautiful feature. I like it.
Yeah.
Someone asked if she gets access to the videos when she does buy the pattern only. And yes, the videos are linked within the pattern. So right there in links in the pattern.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they're on my YouTube channel. So and linked, and the link.
Yeah, and that's another thing. You can pop over if you want to see it in action a little bit before you purchase the kit. You can head over to Michelle's YouTube and see her work through the design, so you can kind of see what it's like before you go ahead and purchase it.
It's one of the designs that you need the pattern, like it's on my YouTube channel as an accompaniment. You do need the pattern in order to make it, because first of all, there's no way I would ever work through an entire mosaic chart like through a video.
People can see
it would be hours and hours. But I show you like the first few rows, like this is how you read the chart, this is how it's worked, and then you kind of need to like take it. And I go through the steps of putting the whole cardigan together as well.
Sharon says, since the cardigan is oversized, what are the same size you normally wear? And we talked about that a little bit in the beginning. You can.
Okay, so I'm just going to pull up my chart too.
Yeah, there's a lot of flexibility in it. So can you share your screen?
Just a second, because I don't have anything up to show them yet. But once I find the chart, I'll find.
I don't know if you can from yours.
I'm not sure if I can or not. I do not see. What's my settings here? No, I don't see that I have settings, but I can just, once I pull up the pattern, I can kind of tell them the sizing and see what.
If you want to send it over to me, or I could pull it up. I can pop into our thing and pull up, because I can share.
You can share.
We use a service that's like a streaming service, so we can stream to multiple places, and only the host, I believe, has the ability to share their screen. But
let me see. I always give you what, it's recommended, and then I give you what the actual finished bust of this cardigan is. So I'm wearing the medium large, and the finished bust is 48.5. Now I'm a 36-inch bust, so I'm on the low end of the size range. So a 36-inch to 42-inch bust, roughly, for the medium large. And so 48.5, I'm getting over 10 inches, like 12 inches of ease with this pattern. But because like it's oversized, right? I don't necessarily want it. But I can wear the extra small because it has a finished bust of 39. So, but it would definitely not give me that like big oversized look, but it would still fit me. It would be like a little bit more snug around my hips, because my hips are about 39, right? So depending on how you want it to fit your body, look at those finished busts and even sometimes I suggest measure a cardigan that you like the fit of. So you can get an idea, measure your bust, measure a sweater or cardigan you like that fit, and then see what's gonna work for you. A lot of people may be in between, like me, and could size down or could size up.
Yeah. So that's a good point, though, because a lot of times people think to measure themselves, which is great because you'll know if you're going to fit within it. But sometimes it's nice to have something that you already like the fit of and know that that thing you're making will fit. I will actually, when we're done too, I will see if I can pop the sizes in the listing so that people can determine what size that they want to get. But
so they're basically jumping almost up. The sizes are like 10 inches. So it's a big jump from size to size, and that's why we have a range. So the XL to 3X I put as 58. So that finished would be a 58. And then the 4X, 5X is almost a 68-inch finished size. So definitely, like if you're, and normally a 4X to 5X goes up to 62. So even if you're a 62-inch bust, you're still going to have some ease there. It's not going to be too small for you. So yeah, like look at those finished bust sizes and see what you feel you're going to be most comfortable with.
Love no tails. I know.
I love no tails. I know.
That's probably one of the things that does probably scare people a little bit about mosaic, is seeing all of the colors that they would have to change their colors or have a lot of tails.
And what I even love with the like even the overlay mosaic that has the tails, it's still so much easier than you think it is. And what you can usually, I mean, with my charts anyways, you can interchange them. You could be like, oh, I want to do this inset, or I want to do this overlay. The only difference is with the inset is it's going to elongate the pattern more.
Mhm.
Where if you're doing the overlay, it's going to be more condensed. So once you learn Mosaic and you sort of understand the charts, you could kind of flip them to really like whatever. If you see an overlay pattern that you really like and you want to just elongate it and make it inset, you can.
And I guess that's just from the yarn being in it just makes it taller. Is that how that works?
So when you're doing inset, you're coming back. So you're taking your one color and then you're coming back with it. Whereas with overlay, you're cutting your tail, cutting your tail at the end. So it like basically condenses the chart. And then if you're doing
so it's about half because it's only one row per
that's
each.
Right. So I just find it interesting that you can sort of, I mean, with the charts that I do, you could really do either.
You can tell I don't do mosaic at all.
I know, and some charts are different. Like some people do them different ways, but I just sort of love that I can interchange my charts and try it and see like how's this pattern going to look if I elongate it? How's it going to look if I do this? Like, so I can play around and do swatches and see how I like the look of it better. I certainly prefer to do no tails if I can, but sometimes with certain patterns, I'm just like, no, I need it to be.
I have to say I did once a long time ago. I just actually found the little swatch I had made, and it actually was little diamonds. And do you ever make things and you just make a little bit of it and you put it aside and say, one day I'm going to go back and make a design that uses this element?
Yeah.
I just found my bin of all of those pieces of one day I'll design something that looks like this. So.
With this little swatch I made. Yeah.
One day.
Yeah, I know I have a lot of those too that are just kind of waiting. Yeah, that are waiting.
I know, I think we talked about it before. Some people always, when you're talking to designers, they say, how do you come up with ideas? But then I'm pretty sure, Michelle, you're in this camp where you will not ever run out of ideas. You will just not have all of the time to make all of the ideas for the things that you
right. That's
Every time you're making something, you go, ooh, if I change this or if I did it this way, it could be a totally different design.
Yeah, I know.
DM says, I've never done mosaic. Could I do this kit? And yes, you could definitely do this kit. Not only is the pattern written very well and have a lot of detail, but there are videos linked within that will help you along your way. And of course, we talked about your group, Michelle. So MJ's Off the Hook community on Facebook is a great resource if you need some pattern support to go there. And if Michelle herself is not in the group, then one of her followers who have already done the design, they usually can jump in and help people.
Oh, yeah. They're great.
Let's see.
And then when she does it, she'll be shocked and she'll be like, why didn't I start doing this earlier? Like, why?
Ben Kelly, I keep picking all of your comments today. They're very good comments. Karen asked about the hook. I don't know. I don't think so. I think we might only be offering it with this kit. I can't say for sure, but I can say that it is not in the works for this year at least. So right now, the only way to get this diamondy hook is with this kit. And we have a limited amount of them. I think we're about halfway sold through what we have for the yarn and the hooks. So if you are waiting, you don't want to wait too long.
No, because we've just been out for what, 4th day?
Friday, right? Yeah. So over the weekend. And a lot of times we go live, like something like this, the day that we announce it, which Friday was a holiday for us at Furls, so we didn't. So I'm pretty sure at the end of the day today, by the end of the day, we're gonna not have those.
I haven't even gone live on my Facebook.
So definitely want to. Monique asked how I caught
on the weekend, but it just got like it was, weekends. Family, I think
I was a very lazy girl this whole weekend. I crocheted, but that's the only thing I did. I didn't clean, I didn't do anything all weekend. I can say how I keep my cats out of my yarn, and that's only because I came up too many times. I have my loft upstairs, as Michelle does. You know the movies where like the lasers are there and people have to like climb through the lasers? That's what my room would look like with yarn, because my cats would literally wrap it around everything. Do your cats not attack your yarn?
My cats, well, our old cat Whiskers, he doesn't really bother with it because he's old.
Yeah.
But my younger cats, they're a little bit more into it. They're not terrible, but our kitten, Georgia, she's the worst. But it's like sometimes I notice her, like I'm going away and she's just like staring, right? Like they're like, it keeps moving. And then finally she'll pounce, attack everything. And I usually yell for the kids to come get her. Like, that's
Come get your cat.
come get Georgia. She won't let me crochet. She won't let me crochet.
I had the bins, I have the things with the bins, but my cats like to pull the things out of the bins. So I have to put them in those big, like 10, I don't know, big gallon bags, like 10-gallon bags. But it's funny, I can leave yarn all over the place. They only take it out of the bins.
Okay.
I've been throwing it on my table and they haven't touched it.
My cats, like, they don't really bother it unless they see me like working with it and they're like intrigued by like the yarn
moving.
But they've never really got into. Now when I had like a bunch of kittens, they did attack one ball of yarn, but I really haven't had a whole lot of issues. So
watching your kittens was very fun for me when you had your babies.
Oh yeah, all the babies. Now they're all fixed, so we won't have any more babies. Now we do still have one outdoor barn cat that has a litter of kittens. They're outdoor, but we haven't been able to like this barn cat's not like, she's not friendly. Like,
yeah,
she's very
feral.
We haven't been able to like catch her and get her spayed. Like, get her.
I wish they could do like, well, I guess that one, I was gonna say, I wish they could give you like a birth control you can put in their food, but then who knows what animals are actually eating the food and not getting it. Someone asked about the care on the yarn, and I'll be honest, I have not looked at the care on this particular yarn, but it is machine wash and dryable.
Yeah, machine washable and dryable. I usually never put any of my garments in the dryer ever, even with whatever the yarn.
Yeah, I usually lay them flat to dry, but
yeah. So I may put this one in. I haven't like tried washing it or anything yet, but I probably would put it like gentle. If the yarn is machine washable, I probably would, and then I would just lay it after. Yeah. It just depends if it really needs it. If I can spot clean anything, that's what I do. Like, I know.
I hate even my clothes. I try to at least jeans and sweaters, wear them a couple times before because they get.
Well, they say tricks too, right? To put you can put it in like a bag and put it in the freezer. Like, there's just different tricks.
I've never heard of that one. I thought you were going to say like put it in the garment bag to wash it. Really, in the freezer?
Oh, you can put it in. Yeah, you can actually put it in the freezer, and it helps get out like any odors. And there's lots of different ways to do it. But yeah, I think I would probably this one, like if it did get dirty that I thought I need to wash it, the being machine washable, I would wash it and then just lay it out.
Yeah.
Lay it to dry.
I always lay everything if you even said you can dry it.
Never hang it. But
it's
acrylic, so it's not going to have the same kind of care as other yarns. It's I'm looking at it again. I'm pretty sure it's 100% acrylic.
I think it is. John says
I'm blind now too, Lorraine. That's the other thing. It's like I need my reading glasses.
It's terrible. I love it when I'm trying to like look at the bottle of, I'm trying to put primer on this morning. It's a new one I never used before. And I'm like, is this a primer? I don't know.
Here it is. It's like it's literally right in front of me. Yes, it's 100% acrylic, but it's a super very soft, like brushed, buttery feeling acrylic.
Well, you can wear it like a blanket because it is very cozy, like a blanket.
Yeah.
I hit the wrong one again. Someone asked if they could adjust it for the length.
Definitely.
There is room in there because of the way the mosaic is to start. Yep.
Much before we start the arm, like you could pull it up significantly.
So you just skip those rows, those repeat rows in the regular pattern.
Exactly. And just go right to your arm. That arm, like separating it out for those arm sections, and you could totally shorten it. Yeah, you would just be sort of limited that you would have to take it the length
at least of the mosaic, correct? Yeah, but that would even look cute if it was just right up under the underarm.
Oh, yeah.
Amber loves your pattern. She's working on your Hello Pumpkin cardigan, which is another beautiful design.
Another mosaic. But that one is seam. It's all worked in one piece, but then it does have the seam that goes down the arms and the side.
Monique and everyone else watching, yes, Michelle's code does work. So if you are a follower of Michelle. I know she's got the code written in somewhere in one of her social medias. If you are follow her on Instagram or something like that, you can get her code for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it works for everything on Furls. So
Right.
Get a little bit extra something for yourself. Let's see. A lot of cat comments.
Well, we love our cats. Love our cats. I was a dog girl for a lot of years, but living on the farm and now having like our barn cat, and then we've slowly got my husband to love the cats too. It took time.
I was a dog person. I always said I want another dog. I love pit bulls and chihuahuas. So the only two breeds of dog I really like. But I travel so much for work that I didn't want, no one's going to want to take the dog out when I'm not here. So we got cats. But even when I go, though, my husband doesn't like to take care of them. Like he thinks I guess he really hates litter. So I end up boarding them. But my oldest son lives across the street now. He's renting, our neighbor moved, so he's renting her house. So I have to go away. Next time I go away, I'm just going to bring them over to their brother's house, and they're going to get to hang out with their big brother for a few days.
Awesome.
Susan asked if we can show the colors again. So Michelle has all of the colors together. I'm going to go through again and try to hold them all up. You brought them out of the bag. You hold them out individually. I'm going to say the names.
Yeah, so Canyon and Ivory. Well, you were going to say the names, but anyways, yep. So we have those. And then also with Ivory, we have
the other one is the bee pollen.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can't see what you're doing. So
okay. Caper and Moonbeam. We're going to go with, because we have two color combinations with
the Ivory. And then we have the Moonbeam and the Tourmaline, which is what Michelle used on hers.
Yeah. So then that's these two.
And then the last is the Stonewash and the Satellite.
Yeah. So here's which is... So we have a little bit darker gray and then a little bit more of a blue, which is absolutely, all these colors are so modern and beautiful.
Yeah, they look beautiful. I was saying to Michelle too, I want to try to figure out something just to use. Maybe not that one with this one. At least these four.
Make them and you're working on them. Please post them in my community group so we can see these beautiful mosaic patterns coming together. Because they are the most beautiful flat lay photos you can take. You start working on these color combos. We want to see them in the group.
Yes. And you can also share all of your makes in the Fun with Furls group. Mm-hmm. So I definitely want to
start working on this one hopefully soon. I know she has a million projects on the go too, but yeah, we really want to do the Canyon and the Ivory.
You better stand up again, Michelle. Bernie says the more you talk and the more you stand up. It's a beautiful, beautiful kit. I love it. So Michelle made this design. We were talking to her and we're like, okay, well, we need that. This design's been made for a little while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
We need that. We need that as a kit. And you know how it is with supply. There's always delays.
Finally release it. I think after I made the Hello Pumpkin mosaic cardigan, I started working on this one right away because I just love mosaic. I wanted to just do another different kind of version, not like a solid mosaic with a combination of mosaic and plain and so. But things take time to put together. Yeah.
They do. But I'm very glad that you let us have it as a kit because I absolutely love it. So we had said we're going to do a giveaway. We've been talking for about 45 minutes. So I'm going to have everybody for a chance to win one of these kits of your very own. Comment with what your favorite combination of colors from what is available on the site. I will link it again for everybody.
I'm going to be curious to know like what color kits sell well too. So you're going to have to tell me that, Lorraine, because I want to know, are they going to go for the one like I did or your color super popular?
We ordered extra of the one you did because we know that people will see it and go, that looks gorgeous together and want to do that exact color. But I will have Pam tell me what the colors are.
What's the runner up? Like if this one's number one,
I know it's so interesting to be able to have that data to look at because when you just design, you're not selling the actual yarn to go with the designs. You can see a lot of times what people make in your group and stuff, but you can't
Mhm.
It's not like they purchase this color or purchase that color. So it will be interesting to see which ones win.
Mhm.
All right. So I'm going to give everybody a little bit longer to make some comments of what their favorite colors are, color combinations.
Giveaway too to win like the entire kit. I'm so
I
excited
know.
doing this.
And then again, so you get all of the yarn to make the kit. It is 116 regardless of the size you purchase. So we wanted to make it as inclusive for everybody that we could. So it is the same no matter what size. And then you get your choice of 2 totes. So
Mhm.
we have the Life is Short, Use Pretty Tools tote and our new Orbit tote, which matches our new branded packaging. And then you get the yarn. And again,
They open up to a big size too.
they are very big. You can fit a lot of yarn into
Like
these
it's
totes.
not, yeah, like it's a really large base.
I love it's a very
Beautiful.
nice cotton too. It's a very nice, like thick cotton bag.
Yeah.
And of course, the hook that is only available as part of this kit. You cannot get this hook anyplace else. And it's sparkles like a diamond.
The glitter, yeah, because we've got the diamonds in the cardigan and the diamonds in the hook.
It's a whole diamond theme.
Girl's best friend.
Oh, love Marilyn. My mother loved Marilyn growing up, so I watched all of the old Marilyn movies. It just hearing the name of the movie just puts me back.
I am so obsessed with old movies. Last Christmas, we bought a ton on Prime because I just wanted, like, I didn't want to have to try to find DVDs and pull out. But we're starting to like buy up all the old movies, and I'm excited. I bought them last year because now I have like all these fun old movies
to watch. It'll be nice around Christmas. For some reason, I don't know why. Oh, actually, I do know why because I looked it up. They always play Wizard of Oz around Christmas time, so that always makes me think of Christmas. And Pam and I actually saw Wicked last month. We were in New York and we saw Wicked.
Oh, awesome. I saw it when I was in Florida last February. I want to go to Florida again. I can't wait to get somewhere warm. It's getting too cold here already.
So it is not anywhere near as cold here as it is. I'm in somewhat of the South. I'm in North Carolina, but yeah, I can't imagine. I could not live in Canada. Could not do it.
I don't know why I was born here.
I'm from New Jersey, so it's colder there. It's closer to the north. But like we were swimming on Christmas Eve one year. Like we went to the beach and we're swimming on Christmas Eve. So it's not always that warm, but I definitely like it a little bit warmer.
I just like the snow in December, and then after that it can kind of go away. But usually then we get into January and February, the worst months.
I know. January, February, and March are terrible.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go visit Pam when I need snow. So
yeah, Pam's even a little farther north than me. So poor Pammy.
I know. She'll tell me how cold it is. I'm like, I'm sorry, can't do anything. All right, so I'm gonna scroll up through some of the comments for everyone's favorite colors. So give like 1 minute for people to put some more in there, and we are giving away one kit, full kit, everything. Ooh, Pam's watching. She said, I'm in the snow belt.
Yeah, she is.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Pammy. Although I'm going to Alberta, I'm going back to Banff and Lake Louise December 10th because my daughter Bethany has moved out there. She's working at the Fairmont Banff Springs, the Castle Hotel, which is amazing.
Very cool.
So we're going back there to visit her, and it's even colder there. So we have to really go to the cold, but it is a winter wonderland for Christmas. So I am excited, even though I know it's going to be super, super cold.
That would be nice. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to scroll, and then I'm going to have you tell me to stop. So I'm scrolling. You tell me when to stop.
Stop.
John said Canyon. So there are 2 colors, but Canyon is one of them. So
Awesome.
our winner. Yay. So congratulations. You are going to email Furls support with the subject line winner and let us know which colors you want in your kit. So out of the 5 combinations, I'm assuming you would want the Canyon, but just in case, just let us know and we will get that sent out to you. We also need your address if you're not already a subscriber or a purchaser at Furls. We will need your physical address so that we can send that out to you. So congratulations. I'm going to write the name down so I don't forget. Though this will be the one time that probably everyone on the team wrote the name down. So we're terrible. We always forget to write down who the winner for things are, and then we don't remember, and someone else will. One of our team members will have to go back and watch the video a lot of times. But I can't find a pen. There we go. All right. So we are going to be finishing up. Is there anything else that you want to let our audience know? Anything exciting that you're working on, or something fun that you're doing in your group?
Things coming. Always. Yeah, I have a cable collection coming out. I go on kicks, right? Like I'll be on my mosaic kit, and then I've been on a lot of granny pattern kicks this year, like a lot.
Some very beautiful granny designs.
A lot of granny designs, and I'm coming out with a cable collection later this week. I'm super excited about. I already released the pumpkin closer to Canadian Thanksgiving, but I've got stockings coming.
Oh, hold that up more. I'm saying, oh, that's so beautiful. I love that.
Stockings. I have a big one. I have a smaller one, you know, if you don't want it quite so big. So stocking, throw blanket, pillows, very kind of high end,
cozy,
luxury.
Yeah, they do. They look very very chic. I'm calling it like my cozy cottage collection because it's just, I don't know, it's got that cozy feel, and I'm super excited for that. So that's going to be coming out. So a new collection, and there'll be YouTube tutorials. These ones will actually be on my blog as well. So I'm going to put it into an ebook so you can get all the patterns at a discount. Sweet.
Or you can buy them individually or go to the blog or YouTube, whatever. I like lots of options. And so that's going to be coming out, which I'm excited because I've been working on these patterns for a long time too. The blanket have been done for a while, and I'm actually working on another little bonus to probably come out in about another week as well. But
well, they are beautiful, and I can't wait to see your whole collection. And as we said, head over to Furls Crochet, get the kits. We have sold out about half of them already, and Michelle says she hasn't even gone live in her group yet. So if you want it, I would suggest getting it today, because again, it's the only way you can get this hook. And then we have enough yarn. The pattern itself will be available separately in about a month from now. So keep an eye on the Furls site or subscribe to our newsletter if you don't already. And definitely go follow Michelle on all of her social media.
And I will let you guys know in my newsletter too as soon as it comes out on Furls site. Because I know you've all been so excited already. We're getting lots of comments that you want the pattern. So it won't be too long. The time will just fly by.
Before you know it, it'll be here.
Before you know it, it'll be here.
All right, everyone, have a lovely day, and we will see you next time. Bye.